Thank you for joining me on Delicious by Debbie. And tonight for our supper, I am making us some chicken Alfredo. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I have water heating here for the noodles. And I'm going to get started here on the Alfredo sauce. And so first of all, you want a stick of butter, a half of a cup. So get that in here using my iron skillet. You use whatever you have. And get that melting. Get that nice and hot. My butter is almost melted, so I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic to it. If you have cloves of fresh garlic, you could use 2 or 3 cloves. I'm going to use a couple teaspoons of my minced. I guess that was about 3 teaspoons. Kind of going to let that saute in there a little bit. Okay. Okay, I have my noodles boiling, just about to boil over. Get those turned down a little bit. Don't want that to boil over, that'd be a mess. Have my timer set for 9 minutes, then I'll drain those. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of, you can use either heavy whipping cream or you can use half and half, and I'm using half and half. Okay, gonna let that cook. Once this actually starts to bubble, I'll time it for about 3 minutes, and then I'll add the Parmesan cheese. And I have 3 cups of shredded Parmesan cheese. For my chicken, I'm using my home canned, 2 pints of my home canned chicken. But you could use 2 or 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, cut them into chunks, saute them till you think they're done, and do the same thing, or canned chicken that you can purchase from the store. Okay, this has been simmering, so I'm going to go ahead and add 3 cups of Parmesan cheese and whisk that in too. And it'll start to really thicken then. And I want 1/2 of a teaspoon of black pepper. See, it's thickening up. The Parmesan cheese is smells wonderful. It's just about time I'm going to add the chicken to this. And the noodles are almost done. Just about a minute on those and they should be done. I think I'll add the chicken to this. This is some of my canned chicken. They're pint jars, but they both were not full pint. They were not quite a pint. So I would say this is probably like 3 to 3.5 cups of chicken. It's all fully cooked. So we'll get that mixed in there. That looks good and smells wonderful. And if you're cooking it and it gets a little bit thicker than you want it before you pour it with the noodles, just add a little more half and half. I may end up doing that because this is thickening up a lot now that time I put the noodles in it. I want there we go, the noodles are done. All right, I'm gonna go drain the noodles and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to mix all of this in this bigger pan so I really get it mixed well. I did not rinse the noodles, I just drained them. Okay, and then we're going to add our Alfredo sauce and chicken. That pan is heavy. Move this over here and hopefully you can see this. Get this all mixed up. And it's basically done. I do want to taste it because I didn't add any salt to it. Sometimes the cheese itself is salty enough and the salt that I put in the noodles when I cook them, but we'll taste a little bit and see. Let's give this a try. I really don't think it needs any salt. That is really good. I hope you'll try it sometime.